Well, February made me shiver with every paper I delivered. Bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step. I don't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride, but something touched me deep inside the day the music died. The day the music died was February 3rd, 1959. It actually would have been, I guess, a little bit after, well, almost 1 o'clock in the morning, Central Time, Iowa time. Buddy Holly took off in a plane from Clear Lake, Iowa, crashed about 10 minutes later. And Buddy Holly's and his music have been a part of my life probably since I was 8. How old would I have been when American Graffiti came out? Like 1973. That would be third grade. I was probably about 8. That's probably when I first heard Buddy Holly's music and loved it and became a fan my whole life. And of course, Buddy Holly's influenced culture in many ways. I mean, his band, the Crickets, that's what the Beatles are named after, the Crickets. And, you know, how would his career have gone had he survived? Had he not taken that plane? Would he become more of a country star, or which direction would he have gone in? Experimenting more musically. There's no telling where his music could have gone. But anyway, we lost him 66 years ago today. I've been awake for hours, not because of Buddy Holly's death, but not, although I should be, but I've just haven't been asleep for a while. I woke up about midnight. It is now 4:33. How many commercials are you going to put into this, man? Rumble has gone insane with the commercials. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me stop this. So, man, when would it have been? See, my mother was still alive. Okay, it would have been the 1990s. Went to the DMV in Arlington, Texas, and right there next to the Department of Motor Vehicles was a used bookstore. Not a very good one, but sometimes I'd get some Doc Savage and Robert, paperbacks and Robert E. Howard stuff there. But it wasn't a particularly good bookstore. It wasn't particularly it wasn't particularly run by intelligent people. But I've always collected old yearbooks. I've always found it fascinating. See, the thing about me is, I think my main thing is I love sociology. I discovered that I really like to, in half-price books, to go into the sociology section and read about culture and how things affect other things, and how music affects culture, and how political events affect people, and that's always been fascinating to me. How does the baby boom affect everything? Why does the baby boom exist? Because of World War II. Why did World War II happen? Things like that are interesting to me. So, looking at old yearbooks, high school and college yearbooks from the 40s, 50s, 60s, or even going back to the 20s, any time period, you really get a sense of what the fashion was like, what the kids were like, what the community was like. You see the old ads in the back for the businesses, many of which are probably not still there. So I would love, I've always collected old yearbooks. And I've always been fascinated with society and culture. And this channel, I guess people think it's a comic book channel, but it's really a rock and roll channel, a monster channel, because I am fascinated with what kids were fascinated with in the 50s and 60s and 70s. So therefore, this is what brings me a lot of joy is this kind of stuff. I've always said this channel is about the stuff that your mom and dad threw away or that your teachers would confiscate because it wasn't appropriate for school. You know, you brought comic books to school. Sometimes kids would punch holes in the sides of the comic so they could hide it in their trapper binder or whatever. Anyway, I go into this cheesy bookstore, used bookstore, and I'm looking at their yearbooks, and I find one, and it's actually right here where I thought it was. I don't have it with all my other yearbooks. I have it in a special place, and I'm looking at it. It's pretty cool, man. Look, I'll show it to you, man. It's a nice design. It's a 1955 yearbook, right? The Westerner. And this one belonged to someone named Max Hood. Okay, that's pretty good, man. 1955, that's the year rock and roll pretty much started. I mean, you could argue that it was 1954, but that would have been like November of 54. Really, isn't that about when rock and roll? Hold on. Let me turn on some lights, man. Oh, boy. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't even had breakfast yet. I just took a shower and thought I'd do a quick little show. What is this garbage? Friday. Just a moment.
Looks like you've been sleeping well. Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy. And you're look.
When it comes to chewing, we're what they call experts.
Yep.
Mint stuff, good stuff.
Quit chewing.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I see this yearbook right here, and I thinking maybe I should add this to my collection. And I open it up, and I say, man, it's from Lubbock High School. Look at that, 1955. And I start thinking, Lubbock High School, 1955. There's a chance Buddy Holly could be in this yearbook. And of course, obviously, he's going to be in this yearbook. But before you get too excited, his signature is not in it, but he's in this yearbook, as well as his girlfriend and members of his future band, or he probably had the band at this point. Actually, he did. So, it was priced at $25. They did not know that Buddy Holly was in it. And, man, I think I had $15 and I remember I actually asked my mother if I could borrow some money. I said, you got to understand, they've got a book there that's pretty valuable. And if it isn't valuable, it's valuable to me, And I think she lent me like $10 or something, so I could go back to this bookstore there and get this. So anyway, this belonged to someone named Max Hood. Right, Max Hood was an underclassman, so he is not. Let's look up. See, they've got everyone divided. I think this. Let me see here. I think. But what is Buddy Holly in this? I think he's a Buddy Holly. He's on page 69 and 196. He's a senior, class of 55. So yeah, that would all make sense. So, and this guy that owned the yearbook, Max Hood, was a younger person, probably may not have even known him. What did I say? 66? Not like you can answer me. So
Trump is doing exactly what you do to legally and lawfully seize control of the government, the swamp.
yeah,
The swamp, you have to first get all the
where is he?
control systems in it, and then you have to expose the crime that was going on, burn down any responses.
Why am I not just looking at the alphabet instead of for page numbers? What am I thinking? Oh, okay. There he is. Buddy Holly. Holly is spelled Holley, so apparently that's his name actually spelled with an E. There he is. He's a little bit lower in the frame than everyone else. This is Buddy Holly. Let me get a better close-up. See that there? Senior picture. And what do they say about him? Musicians Guild, 1953. SOS, 53. Choraliers, 53. Westonaires, 54. He was a wrangler in 53. And Vic, I don't know what that is, number 95, 54, 55, vice president. I don't know what that is. Now, I don't know. Years ago, I did some research and I could show you. I could have back then. I could have shown you. Okay, that was Buddy Holly's girlfriend here. I don't remember. What do you want to bet that guy right in the middle became? What do you want to bet he became a truck driver? That guy. He looks like he already is. A lot of times these pictures of the kids back then, they look a lot older. Oh man, look at this. Look at this ad. Piggly Wiggly. Look at their logo back then. This is where they had a different looking pig back then. Congratulations, seniors. This is where you can have your friend sign on the Piggly Wiggly page. Okay, all right. Anyway, man, I can't. This is one of my prized possessions, having a Buddy Holly yearbook. Here's the congratulations to Buddy Holly's class, the class of 55 from Western Fire and Indemnity Incorporated. And you can wake up your taste drink, whatever the hell that means. Wake up your taste drink, Dr. Pepper. Man, Lubbock. Somewhere in here, I'm trying to find an ad for a local drive-in restaurant. I'm sure that there's the ice cream shop that, you could hang out at. There's a particular ad in here I want to show you, if I can find it. I will find it, never fear.
One of the biggest takeaways from all the documents right here is that when funding ended, they would never even end the funding.
Come on, man.
Keep paying whatever forever. And you've got Democrat senators, Republican senators, House members, on these boards of NGO nonprofits getting
I'll do a show Wednesday night. I'm expecting some books Wednesday night.
And then they've already started spot checking the actual numbers of whatever the aid was. And in most cases, it's less than 12% ever actually went to whatever the was.
Even an old ad for Frankfurters is just really cool. Just the design, mid-century, 1950s design is just really cool. It doesn't matter what it's an ad for.
List of the worst pork barrel, and it's big news. This is
modern or period, because it's a big thing. Everything was modern in the 50s. They called it modern furniture. Now, my mom always used the word modern, meaning new. But now modern doesn't mean new anymore, because in the world of antiques, when you say modern, people think, oh, that's that 1950s furniture. But so the word has kind of changed its meaning. Oh, come on, man. I'll just keep looking. It's in here somewhere.
Over the payments at the Treasury that controls it all.
So,
we're refusing to give the codes to Musk. I instantly knew when I got up at 7 a.m. in the morning. I said, well, Trump will just give him the codes. Yeah, they fired and put a bunch of others on leave. Musk went in there with a bunch of top computer people.
7 till 11 food store. 7 till 11. I guess they called it 7 till 11, and then it changed to 7-Eleven. I found the ad I'm looking for, by the way. Originally, it was called 7-Eleven because it opened at 7 and closed at 11 o'clock at night. Here we go. On 313 College Avenue was the Heidi Ho. Meet you at the Heidi Ho, the favorite meeting spot for Lubbock High School students. See this? Look at that. This is their Mills Drive-In, right? Okay. Now, Buddy Holly's band played on the roof of this place. You imagine kids were in the parking lot looking up at Buddy Holly playing on that rooftop. Then I could look up here and find members of his band. I haven't prepared. I just don't remember. I just can't remember it. Oh, yeah, wait. There's another picture of Buddy Holly in here. I forgot. I gotta find that. He's in here. Let me go back and look in the index. I like that Mike Lindell guy, but every time, MyPillow.com guy, but now every ad on Rumble is him, and it's starting to wear on me. It's okay. He's also on page 196, Buddy Holly. 196. These yearbooks, it's like they're like time portals. They suck you right back into another time period. When football players had nothing protecting their face. And a few years back from that, they just had leather helmets. They didn't, Okay, 196. Oh, there he is. It's probably the same picture I showed you before, but now in a circle. Okay, is he in that picture? I don't know. I don't think so. Let me see. I do not believe so. So, Vocational Industrial Club. Industrial training. So I guess he would have had something to fall back upon if he hadn't had that career in music. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't have, but Buddy Holly didn't sign this, but here Jim signed it. Who else signed it? Let's see.
So he tried to kill Trump twice, tried to destroy his family, went after all his supporters, his prominent ones.
Now, this guy here, you can tell he was at the Buddy Holly concerts.
Let's just say
Uh,
the Trump administration
you can just tell, you know,
that we just
you can look at the people and tell kind of a lot about their personality just looking at their pictures. You know, you can look at this and say, okay, if I was at this high school, I would probably be friends with that person or this person. That person looks like an a-hole. You know, you just kind of tell. Like I said before, that guy I can tell is going to become a truck driver or a gym coach, you know, sometime in his life.
completed, and there's no
And
turning it back now. So yeah, I feel like
yeah,
it's constantly flipped off me. Thank you, God. We know their play though, and how they're going to strike back. It's with economic warfare. We've got Trump with the tariffs. They're absolutely what should have been done. All these trade deals are one-sided, totally screwing us. Poor insiders that make the deals, who own the factories and systems offshore. More U.S. aid staff. You look at Reuters ousted as Trump administration dismantles aid agency. That's
my
just
goodness.
one of them they're dismantling right now. So this is the wildest stuff ever. And you've got all the Obama and all the Biden officials. And when I'm looking at all this, 90% Democrats, but it's all the neocons, ones you'd expect, ones that always go against America and go against Trump. They're all involved in it.
Oh, the senior favorites.
They literally go and
Okay. Here is Mr. and Mrs. Not Mrs. Mr. and Miss All Westerner. So these are the popular kids. And this is the senior favorite and guy and girl. Charlotte Pepper and Neil McMullen. Here's the junior favorites. I have the feeling Max Hood is not going to be one of them. Let's look and see who this yearbook belonged to. Let's find Max Hood. I think he's like either a freshman or something like that. Max Hood. Let's see what people are saying to Max Hood. The best of everything to a real pal and a good buddy. Lots of luck, Harry. P.S. I hope we're together next year's. Max, to a swell guy and a friend, good luck. Lead the Westerners in points next year. Okay, so this guy played sports. Max, good luck. To a swell guy always. You always wonder, how did the yearbook wind up in this sleazy, dark bookstore where they don't even turn on the lights? And you think, well, he must have passed away, or maybe, why would the kids don't care about the yearbook that their dad's in, and they just sell it for a couple bucks or something to a bookstore. I just think, my parents' yearbooks, I held on to them. I don't know why people get rid of things that belong to their family, but I don't know how most people think anyway. Okay, Hood is not a junior. I didn't think so. Let's see if he's a sophomore. Loads of luck in basketball next year. Okay, so Hood is a basketball player. Max Hood, 232. Let's look at him. The guy who owned this yearbook that we're going to honor, his memory, because obviously his family didn't honor his memory. They got rid of his yearbook several decades back. Come on, man. Where are you, Max Hood?
Oh, thank you, lucky stars, for that guy. So, this is an amazing moment, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the bad guys are going to try to escalate war. They've already put giant put options on the stock market.
Where are the page numbers?
Say that Trump is Herbert Hoover 2.0. to work. And I spent a lot of time on last night's special show about that. So if you want the deep dive on that, it's posted on X.
Why is he not in the regular part of the
network? In case
Here,
the bad guys are successful next month, or I guess already this month, shutting us down, and there's
Hood.
Reuters all about that. But I don't think we'll give you an update on what we're doing today. I can tell you what's accurate, what's not in the news headlines, but the fight's not over, but we are definitely winning it big time. And there's no way through the course of this that the bad guys lose, though it can be still painful and not good for folks like me if we don't get this done quickly. Okay, so let me go ahead and start plowing through some of this for you. Headlines.
Man, I can't find him. It's a basketball picture, and I won't even be able to. He's one of them. Anyway, Buddy Holly yearbook, his senior year. So, how about that? It's almost 5, man. I got it. They kill like an hour. Well, let's get this yearbook put back up.
The Doe's team is rapidly shutting down these illegal payments. General Flynn is spotlighting on it Friday. He's helping issue in their generally things. Now it's the Lutheran faith. This use of religion as a money laundering operation.
Yeah, rock and roll kind of came along, I think, November of '54. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. I think November '54 is when Rock Around the Clock was released as a single. And now you can argue that rock and roll was a thing before that, but Rock Around the Clock, being used in Blackboard Jungle, the movie, really is what hit it off. And then Elvis Presley hit right at that time also. And then almost exactly 10, and then rock and roll was kind of beat down. Elvis got drafted, and others were. Oh man, these books are getting. Jerry Lee Lewis got in, kind of trouble, and I have a book, Country Music Hair. Can you imagine? I'm sorry I get distracted so easily. Goal Line Bomber. I need to shore up these books a little bit here. Remember in the 80s, these books with sick jokes became popular. I don't know. I remember. Maybe you don't. Godfrey Daniels. Hold on. I'm doing something important. You just gotta believe me. Okay. Oh, look, it's Dale Evans' autobiography, a world-famous bestseller about Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. It's an autobiography, right? It's pretty slim. She must not like to write too much.